Here's the dark truth behind Cyberpunk's newest car, and trust me, it's a lesson every Cyberpunk player needs to hear. The newest Cyberpunk update dropped 3 new rides. Three, not 6, not 2 of them, just 1. The Shibionic Gila, Yorinobu's Beast of War, and one with a past unlike the rest. This is the Semimaru, Yaiba's sleek, mysterious, and ultra-rare prototype. Only one exists in Night City, and it was built to move in one direction only, sideways. But why does this all matter? Why would you sit through a random Cyberpunk video with a Filipino dude glazing it for 8 minutes? Well, because the fact that you own it now means something went terribly wrong. Let me explain. To better understand the car, we need to dig deep into the Kickdown Comics. Yes, actual Cyberpunk lore. Look, I actually like the Kickdown Comics. It's super short. Low-key, in my opinion, it's 10 times sadder than Edgerunners. And I actually kind of hate the protagonist. Low-key, high-key, but not mid-key, maybe. Honestly, the protagonist kind of sucks. I don't want to spoil too much, but the link is down below in the comments if you want to follow along with me. You can also read it at one of those free websites. I won't say what, but you can find it. Everything about the Yaiba Semimaru starts with Mint, daughter of Night City street racing legend Jeremy Taylor. Yes, the dude with a star-sounding name was actually king of the Night City circuit, and his biggest accomplishment? Holding the longest drift ever recorded out in the Badlands, a record that still stands by the time V enters the picture, an achievement that make any civic driving racer choom their pants. But in Night City, fame always comes at a cost. One day, Jeremy was arrested, and behind bars, he formed a crew with Gorilla, Caliber, and techie legend Kickdown. Look, we talk about net running legends all the time, but techie ones, not so much. And Kickdown wasn't just famous for racing, but for something far more deadlier, driving shards. Neural chips that can turn a no-signal using Tesla driver into a street demon obsessed with family. Who the hell put this Modelo in my hand? But these shards didn't just boost reflexes, they carried the spirit of racing legends of the past. Slot them in, and you'd pick up on their instincts, their skills, their raw rubber talent. One of them was even Ryu Watanabe, the street racing legend who won the Ibiza Invitational in 2055. Yup, that same Ryu from Need for Speed Pro Street. Rumor has it that Kickdown's driving shards digitized these racing legends, turning average drivers into deadly ones. And it wasn't long before the NCPD went looking for Kickdown to get a taste. Eventually, Jeremy was executed, the crew scattered, and Mint left all alone to carry her father's legacy. This is where the real story begins. With her techie friend Tiff, Mint rebuilds a Yaiba prototype, putting in a new frame, rearranging its guts, and tuning it down to create the ultimate drift car, one that would even rival the Hoon. But for the NCPD, the search for Kickdown never ended, and they picked up Mint to make her a deal, her freedom in exchange for tracking Kickdown down. The Kickdown comics follow Mint through Night City, dodging chopstick hitmen, winning street circuits, dealing with Maelstrom, and playing both sides of the law to stay alive. But in the end, even Mint realizes the goddamn truth. Even the fastest drivers can't outrun Night City. Mint makes a deal that makes her a pretty horrible character, and her trusty Yaiba, she leaves it behind to collect dust. That's where you come in. With update 2.3, River sends you a pretty urgent message. Apparently a strange Yaiba prototype had been spotted speeding through Watson, and you'll chase it down and steal it back from 2 wannabe street racers. But the mystery doesn't stop there. River tells you to dig into its systems, and there you'll find something chilling. It turns out, after Mint had held up her end of the deal, her car was impounded, and the 2 officers responsible saw it as the perfect opportunity for some vigilante fun. Using Mint's name as cover, they went full equalizer on Night City's criminals. I'm talking hits, assassinations, cold-blooded executions of Night City's handcuff enthusiasts. It was protect and serve with a little extra blood money on top. But of course, nothing in Night City ever goes as planned. You, of all people, should know that, Choom. The car was eventually stolen by the 2 thugs we found on the highway, with one of them apparently going full cyber psycho after experiencing the raw power of the car. But this all begs the big question. If Mint's car is here with us now, what really happened to Mint? Well, once the car is yours, there's only one person in Night City who can help. Claire Russell. See, she's not only the Afterlife's #1 bartender, but also one of the biggest gearheads you'll meet in the game. And after doing some digging on her own, she'll tell you the car is cursed, and she'll send you to Mint's garage to learn the truth. There you'll find a terminal confirming everything we guessed. Mint? Dude, she's gone. In a final message, we learned that Mint had tried to get Tiff to leave for good. She knew nasty business was brewing, and she didn't want Tiff to be around when it boiled over. But of course, Tiff stayed, loyal to a fault like Rebecca.
We're having a moment here! Yeah!
Now we don't know where Mint ran off to. In fact, there's only one mod left behind for us. The last piece that Tiff snagged on her way back to the garage. And the last piece to officially make it yours. The Crystal Coat, closing the pages on Mint's chapter for good. The Semimaru isn't just fast, it's pretty damn surgical. You can feel the traction and speed on any terrain you take it on, and it's easily one of the best handling cars in the game. But with it comes one final challenge. Like I said before, Mint's father set the Serpent Drift record at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Mint herself had built the car for one purpose alone, to beat that record. But of course, she never could. So it's your turn. Do you break the record, or do you let the legend live on and rest? In the end, the Semimaru isn't just a car, it's a ghost, a legacy. Obviously, at this point, you realize that it's a car that you shouldn't have owned, because it's a reminder of a lesson that every Night City legend will realize at some point. You can't outrun your past, but in Mint's case, it. You might as well have some fun doing so. So don't forget to like and subscribe, but again, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you again to all our channel members, our subscribers, our new followers on TikTok and Instagram. But if you want to, if you want to support the channel a little bit more, you can become a member for $1 a month. I'd love you forever. Maybe we could play some games. I don't know. But again, thank you for all the love on my Cyberpunk videos, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace. Love you guys. Seriously. It's like we're scissoring. But again,